All right, so you want to talk about tough love, like really tough love.
I see where you're going with this.
We're talking razor-sharp claws, teeth that could crush bones, maybe even a little venom thrown in for good measure. You know, the kind of creatures that make you want to steer clear in the wild.
The animal kingdom's got no shortage of those. But today's deep dive, we're flipping the script on those dangerous creatures.
Because it turns out even the most intimidating animals can have a surprisingly soft spot for their offspring, that is.
Absolutely. We often think about dangerous animals and their parenting styles and just assume it would be, well, brutal. But honestly, it couldn't be further from the truth. Survival instincts have led to some seriously diverse and honestly unexpected parenting strategies in the animal kingdom. It's pretty incredible.
It really is. I mean, when you see those nature documentaries, it's easy to focus on the hunt, the kill, all that intense stuff. But there's a whole other side to these creatures that often gets overlooked. And that's what we're diving into today.
Exactly. We're exploring the softer side of some of nature's most formidable creatures. Because when it comes to their young, even the most dangerous animals can surprise us.
And to kick things off, we're starting with an animal that definitely gives me the chills, the saltwater crocodile. Those things are the stuff of nightmares.
No arguments here. But as terrifying as they are, saltwater crocodiles are actually incredibly dedicated parents.
Dedicated. Okay, I gotta hear this. How so?
Well, for starters, those mama crocs are master architects. They use their powerful tails to build these mounds of vegetation, carefully selecting the perfect spot to regulate temperature and humidity for their eggs.
Huh, so they're not just leaving them in a random ditch somewhere.
Oh, absolutely not. And the care doesn't stop there once those eggs start hatching.
That's the part that always gets me, that visual of them scooping up those tiny babies in their jaws. Like, how is that not a bloodbath?
You'd think so, right? But it's incredibly precise. Those powerful jaws, the ones that could crush bones without a second thought. They use them with such incredible gentleness, carefully carrying their hatchlings down to the water's edge.
So it's like a whole different side of these creatures.
Exactly. It's a perfect illustration of the duality of nature. This raw power and incredible tenderness all rolled into one.
Okay, that's seriously blowing my mind right now. All right, so we've tackled this terrifying world of croc parenting.
What's next?
Well, how about we move on to the king of the jungle? The lion. I mean, they're all about pride and strength, but I don't exactly picture them as, hands-on parents.
Well, it's true. Those male lions do seem to enjoy relaxing, surveying their territory. But when it comes to the true embodiment of power and nurturing, it's the lionesses who take the crown.
Right, lionesses are the ones bringing down the prey, hunting for the pride.
Exactly. They're the primary providers, coordinating those incredible hunts. But on top of that, lionesses are fiercely devoted mothers. They nurse their cubs for months, constantly protecting them from rivals, predators, any threat that comes their way. Talk about multitasking.
Seriously, that's some next-level parenting right there. Okay, so we've covered reptiles and big cats. How about we switch gears to something a bit smaller, maybe even, dare I say, cute?
Smaller, definitely. Cute. Maybe it depends on your definition.
I'm talking about the poison dart frog. So tiny, so vibrant, but oh so deadly.
Yeah, those bright colors aren't just for show. They're a warning sign to any predator looking for a quick meal.
And their parenting style, well, reflects that whole don't mess with me vibe. So how do these tiny but toxic creatures make sure their young survive?
It's a pretty incredible act of dedication. Mother poison dart frogs carry their tadpoles, one by one, on their backs.
Hey, hold up, on their backs. How many are we talking here?
It can be several trips, depending on how many eggs she's laid. But she diligently transports them through the rainforest, searching for those perfect little pools of water. You know, those ones that form in bromeliads or other plants. They provide a safe, predator-free haven for the tadpoles to grow.
So it's like she's handpicking the best nurseries for each of her offspring.
Exactly. Talk about above and beyond. It's a testament to the lengths some animals will go to in order to ensure the survival of their young, even if it means braving the rainforest with a tadpole on your back multiple times.
Okay, I'm sensing a theme here. Appearances can be deceiving.
You got it.
Because next up, we're diving into the big blue. And we've got not one, but two heavy hitters with reputations that might make you think twice about their parenting skills.
Oh, let me guess. We're talking about creatures with a bit of a PR problem when it comes to, shall we say, tenderness?
Exactly. We're talking about the ocean's apex predator, the great white shark, and those water-loving behemoths, hippos.
Two creatures that definitely give off that tough love vibe. But as we've seen so far, judging a book by its cover in the animal kingdom can lead to some pretty big misconceptions.
All right, well, let's start with the great whites, those majestic, fearsome creatures. They're practically the embodiment of the ocean's power.
Rightfully so. But while their size and hunting prowess are legendary, there's a softer side to these sharks that often gets overshadowed. For instance, did you know great whites have an incredibly long gestation period? We're talking almost a year.
A year. Seriously, that's longer than humans.
It is. And what does that tell us? That these creatures aren't just popping out pups left and right. They're investing a significant amount of time and energy into the development of their young, ensuring those pups are ready to take on the world, or the ocean, as it were.
Okay, color me impressed. So that's great whites. But what about hippos? They always seem a little more, laid back, like I'll just chill here in the water, maybe have a snack. Not exactly the image of a super attentive parent.
You might be surprised. Hippos are incredibly protective of their young. And get this, did you know that mother hippos nurse their calves underwater?
Hold on. Underwater? How's that even possible?
Talk about adaptation. Hippo calves aren't born with the instinct to hold their breath, so their mothers have to get creative. They actually maneuver their bodies in a way that allows their calves to breathe at the surface while they nurse, all while staying alert for any threats. Now that's dedication.
That's amazing. All right, so far we've covered a lot of ground here. We've talked about crocs, lions, poison dart frogs, sharks, even hippos. But we can't wrap things up without mentioning a creature that's practically synonymous with dedicated animal mothers.
I think I know who you're talking about. The ones known for their, shall we say, unique parenting methods.
You got it. We have to talk about elephants, those gentle giants with hearts as big as, well, elephants.
It's true.
Yeah.
African elephants are a perfect example of how strong social bonds and family ties translate into remarkable parenting. They practically radiate wisdom and family values, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
And their parenting style embodies that. Mothers nurse their calves for years, patiently teaching them all the essentials: how to use their trunks, where to find the best food, how to navigate those complex social hierarchies within the herd. It's a masterclass in elephant etiquette.
Talk about a long childhood, but I guess when you're an elephant, there's a lot to learn. All right, we've covered some truly amazing parenting styles today, but before we wrap up, I have to ask about a creature that's, well, let's just say their approach to parenting is straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Ah, you're talking about the masters of strange reproduction, the Suriname toads. I'm with you, their strategy is something else.
Okay, so for those who haven't had the pleasure of encountering these toads, paint us a picture. What makes their parenting so unusual?
Picture this. When it's time to mate, the female Suriname toad's back transforms into essentially a living nursery. Her skin swells up, creating this honeycomb-like structure. Then, as the male fertilizes the eggs, she deposits them directly onto her back, into those little honeycomb pockets.
Well, hold on. So the eggs are embedded in her back.
You got it. But here's a kicker. Her skin then grows over those eggs, completely enveloping them. They stay safe and sound, tucked away in those little pockets until they're ready to hatch. And get this, they actually hatch as fully developed toads.
You're kidding. So those little toadlets just pop out of her back, ready to go. That's incredible and a little bit creepy, if I'm being honest.
I won't argue with that, but it just goes to show you the animal kingdom is full of surprises when it comes to parenting. There's such a wide range of strategies, from the meticulous nest building of crocodiles to the back-brooding Suriname toads. It really makes you appreciate the incredible diversity of life on Earth.
It really does. And honestly, it makes you think, what other bizarre and wonderful parenting styles are out there just waiting to be discovered?
I don't know, but I'm ready to find out.
Me too. And hey, who knows? Maybe we can learn a thing or two about parenting from these incredible creatures, even if it's just a reminder that sometimes the most unexpected approaches can be the most successful.
That's the beauty of nature. It's full of surprises, and it's a constant reminder that there's always something new to discover.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, that's it for today's deep dive into the wild world of animal parenting.
Until next time.
Be sure to tune in next time when we'll be exploring. Actually, that's a surprise for another day. Thanks for listening.